G'day. Ever found yourself having to put together a drum chart? You know, listening to the song intently, little bit by little bit, writing it out as you think you hear it and hoping that you've got it all and that you've got it all correct, or at least reasonably correct. Or, you know, spend hours on the internet scouring through, hoping that some other poor person's gone through all that pain and you can just download it for free, or, you know, you can download it and pay for it and hope that that chart is actually correct as well. Yeah, I have too. But I've now found a website where you can upload the full song to, complete as it is. You don't have to break it down into stems, just the full song, and it will give you back the actual drum chart as well as an MP3 of an isolated drum track and other bits and pieces. And what I'd like to do is share that with you and just give you my opinions of that as we go along. Now, before I go any further, I have to say I am independent. This is my own independent review. No one's paying me for this. I don't know who'd want to pay me for this, but if you do, come and see me. I don't know who wants to pay me for this, but what would be helpful if you like this and you value an independent review, please subscribe. It gives me that little bit of a go ahead that people are liking this, and it lets YouTube know that what I'm doing is valuable for others. Now, if you like this particular video or this style of video of reviews, please give it a like. It lets me know that it's this sort of content that you would like as well. Okay, so let's say I'm going to try and think of a song that is reasonably known but obscure enough that, you know, we're not going to find some great results just to walk us through this. So what I thought I'd do is I'd use Kylie Minogue's Confide in Me. Actually, it's a cracking good drum track. I actually like it. Secretly, I think I might like Kylie Minogue. Anyway, so let's put that into the Google search bar. So we're going to go Confide in Me drum chart. And let's see what we get. And you can see here, no surprise. There's not an awful lot to see at all. You know, the AI is saying, well, here's a couple of places you can go and have a look at. Let's open some of these up. That's a backing track, so that's not really that useful. I've opened up the Muse score already. We'll have a look at that. And we've also obviously loaded that up. So the results that I've got so far, just having a look at them, one of the results was, it was actually the lyrics. It was not the drum chart. Well, that's not helpful. I'm not singing. Okay. And then this one here, also, it was not the drum charts. Lyrics only. Still not helpful. Now it's pretty straight up saying drum chart, right? And then we get this one. Oh, look. This doesn't even come close to what the song is. This one's actually quite hilarious. All right, let's just see what that sounds like. I hope this records. Clearly, that's not even the song. I don't know what they're on. That's not very useful either, right? Okay, let's get rid of that. And then once again, here's another one. Good old Muse score. What do they give me? They give me the lyrics. Well, I don't know how to play that. And then it says, well, you know, you can have these other options. You can have the piano track, and you can have the piano track and the solo piano. Where's the drums? This really is crazy. All right. It really doesn't matter. Okay. Let's look. Let's have a quick look at this. And you know what? We'll have a look at this one too, just in fairness. Alright, that's all very useful. Again, you know, if I can see a G clef, I already know it ain't going to be drums, so let's not worry. Really, no result there of any use. So, now we can either listen to the song, it's 5 minutes long, and we can put it down bit by bit. Lucky the song structure leads itself in such a way that you're going to be repeating the same drum parts anyway, but that's not the point. Okay. Or you can go to this. This is called Drumscribe. That's just up here. It is actually quite a good site. I've already used it just recently for a few songs, and I've already set up an account in it. But I want to show this to you. So there's a couple of things they say here, and let me read this to you. It is in beta form, or beta form, depending how you want to pronounce it. I guess it isn't beta yet, so it's beta. Although it gives you the opportunity to get better. Anyway, it is in beta form, and there are still some transcription errors, but it gets better and better. You choose one complete track, original recording, can be mixed with other instruments, with drums, either by searching or uploading. Our software will analyze the audio recording and automatically generate the drum sheet music and synthetic drum track. Both of these will match as close as possible to the drum sounds detected in the song. At an extra cost, you can also get the drum transcription in MuseScore file format. So if you're using MuseScore, you can put it in there and do some more editing with it if that's what you want to do. And you can also get a MIDI file for the drum track as well. Now those two things are a little extra cost, but just to get the drum chart and the isolated drum sample, no worries, that's one cost. Now just the warranty. The process is entirely automatic, so we cannot assure you that it'll work perfectly all the time. Fair enough. Additionally, given the nature of the product consumed upon downloading and its low cost, we do not refund except for the extra files. So that's like for that MIDI file if you download it. However, as it is obviously wrong to pay for something that didn't work, we will give you access for another transcription of your choice. Now that's pretty fair. Okay. Now here's the price. So $3.60 for the sheet music, just as a PDF, and the isolated drum track. Or you can pay $12 for 5 bits of sheet music and the drum tracks, so on. Now if you want to get the MuseScore file format and you want to get the MIDI file, that's an extra $6 on top. That's actually very reasonable. Now I want to show you how it works, but what I want to show you first is this is a drum chart that I actually paid for. And what I wanted to work out was there's a little drum fill that comes in about a third of the way in the song, and I couldn't quite work out what's going on, so I thought, well, let's get the drum chart. Just downloaded this one after paying, of course, and look at this. This is the actual drum fill that I wanted to see what was going on, and I get this big triplet fill and nothing. Well, I paid for that and I got nothing. Not very useful. So I am happy to say that yes, I've used it before. I did put it into Drumscribe, and look at this. It actually gave me the drum fill. And the rest of the song, it's pretty right. I will say that, you know, there's a lot of open hi-hat work here. The actual drum track, I don't hear a swishy old open hi-hat driving quarter notes. But yeah, there you go. Not too bad. But let's go back and see what it looks like when we try to put it in. So I'm going to upload the Confide in Me by Kylie Minogue. And while it's doing that, this box here is what will go into the headers and the footers of the drum chart. So that's a quite nice touch. It'd be helpful if the capital M actually came in, and that is okay. The upload is complete, and we're going to request the drum transcription for that. This is in real time. You can add some others if you want to go for the 5 in a row. For this purpose, I'm just going to do the one. And we're leaving this in real time. So we'll just see what happens there. It's pretty exciting watching this tick go along, isn't it? Once again, please remember to subscribe and to click that like button. It seems like a good opportunity to plug myself here. Okay, that's all done. It's in my basket ready to go. That easy. Now I'm going to buy it. Let's be honest, you buy the other drum chart sight unseen, right? I'm just going to buy it just as it is. Now, as it does remind you, this is in a beta version, and you know, they're still really working on it, but I'm quite impressed. So now let's have a look at this. There's a reminder there about you won't be refunded if it isn't accurate. That's okay, but as they also say, you can ask for an update when they improve our systems. Okay, so we're going to purchase that. Alright, now this is the bit where we're not going to show you anything. Okay, and there we have it. It's ready to go. This download contains all the files from your basket. Download the files you want from your account. Alright, so let's go to our account. And there it is. Download that. We'll open that up. Now that is actually not too bad at all. So just to wrap up, let me say this, it's probably pretty obvious going through the process that I'm pretty excited about drumscribe.com. It's and I am. It really is very good. I know that it is only in beta form, and I know it isn't 100% correct, but I also know that it gives me enough structure of the song to be able to listen to the song and just tidy it up where I need to, which isn't much at all. You know, it's things like hearing a hi-hat being played open when it's not, those sort of things. They're really no biggies. Overall, the structure and the orchestration is better, and it certainly is better than getting a drum chart that just says play a drum fill. Well, that ain't useful. So, I hope that's helped. I would certainly recommend drumscribe.com. Bear in mind, yes, it is in beta form, beta form, and it may not be 100% accurate, but it's good enough. Well, I've found it good enough to get me out of trouble and to get me started. So why not give it a go? All right, I hope it does help you. And let me know how you get on with it down in the comments. Okay, Bob out.